What up, family? Tribe. Let me tell you something, man. First off, I want to start out by saying I apologize to y'all. I was traveling, stranded at the airport yesterday for about 5 hours. That was crazy. Shout out to my brother Yosef. Um, I just want to say, man, I'm grateful and thankful for the positive people that surround me, and uh, it's just amazing, man. If you stick to your goals and you believe and you just, right at the last minute when you feel like that thing ain't gonna work, man, it's gonna work. So listen, I'm on here today, man, to encourage the people as I encourage myself. Like I said, it's a beautiful Saturday. I'm just thankful to be alive. I'm thankful for my health, for my wealth, for my family, for my friends, for my team, for my brothers, for my parents, and just everything that made it possible, man, for me to get to this place where I am, man. I love the good, the bad, and the ugly, the indifferent. I mean, it's called balance. We're going to have our ups, we're going to have our downs. But I'm telling you, man, when you're up, you're up. Woo! So, like in the words of Nino Brown, stay down until you come up. That's right. So, further ado, I call on the great spirit, the great mother spirit. I call on the ancestors. I call on the universe. I'm just a mere vessel here to do your will, to do what it needs to be done to give some encouragement. I manifest and I pray that the card that I pull today be the energy and the animal that your people need to know about and need to utilize and invoke. So, that being said, wow. Oh, the picture's pretty dope. And it says, birds. So you can see the picture. Yeah, that's what I pulled. Bird, and it says, the symbolism is soul, divinity, liberation, creativity, and rebirth. Winged creatures are powerful symbols in many cultures around the globe, often representing deities of other supernatural beings. Through flight, birds symbolize liberation and the upper spiritual and the lower earthly worlds. The Egyptian gods originated as birds, retaining part of their original anatomy as they evolved into humans. The Egyptian soul is represented as a bird with a human head. In Hindu cosmology, birds represent higher levels of being. In this painting, young men shall have their visions. A multitude of birds denotes wisdom and the connection between the earthly and spiritual realms. That's awesome, and it's no coincidence that this is just a bunch of birds. This is a clay necklace that I picked up on my travels, and it's birds. And the significance of the whole thing of the bird is that the wings represent messengers. It's like one particular bird is the cardinal. Doesn't hibernate. I'm sorry, not hibernate. It doesn't go south. It stays right where it is. But the wings represent, going to heaven or going to that higher level and bringing that information down. This is why the angels are depicted as having wings. So, that's awesome. It's not a specific bird, but it's just saying the concepts of birds and how they fly through the air. You can look up in the sky sometime and see a hawk just, soaring and just, it's just amazing as they say, free as a bird. You know what I mean? We hear all type of analogies, the caged bird sings and different things. So it's an amazing concept that we can see in nature, the correlation. And now when you look at a bird or you look at a sparrow, hopefully your consciousness helps you remember, like, yeah, this bird represents freedom. This bird represents messages, like I said, as above, so below. So the significance of the bird is that freedom. It said creativity, right? It said liberation, creativity, and rebirth. So listen, we don't fight against flesh and blood, but we fight against principalities of the air. In other words, you are your own enemy. If there's no enemy within, this is an old African parable. If there's no enemy within, there's no enemy without. So what am I saying? We are to not let our outside surroundings affect us internally. And that's why when you look in the sky and you see the birds, you understand that there's something out there that's bigger than you and me. Because what created that bird that way? What made the cardinal so beautiful and red? You know what I mean? What made the blue jay so beautiful? So my attitude is gratitude because I'm thankful just for another day to be able to even bring this message to y'all. So I hope and pray that this touched you and you need to hear this. You need to be free. You need to be creating. This is your rebirth. This is your time. You know, fly high above it and see life from a bird's eye view. You know what I mean? Sometimes you got to step back from your situations and kind of see it for what it is. You know, when you're in the thick of it, sometimes it's just go on up, you know, look at it from a bird's eye view, rise above your issues and look down. And then remember, you know, certain birds don't hang with birds. You know, birds of a feather flock together. You're not going to see a pigeon flying in the sky with eagles. You're not going to see an eagle hanging out with a sparrow. I mean, it's just, it's levels to this, you know? And the reality of it is they're designed different. They got different purposes. Their diets are different. So look, the bird, get into your creativity, liberate your mind. The sky is the limit. That means remove your limitations and be free as a bird. Don't let nobody cage you. Don't let nobody put you in a cage. You are not here to be what somebody else wants you to be. Because if you're being what they think you should be, what about what the Creator wants you to be? So we got a bunch of different hats that we put on and take off. You need to find that one hat that fits you, that you like, and that benefits you. So listen, that's been a mouthful. It's the video like I promised. Hey, peace and love, family. If you're stressing, I'm telling you, go over to Deep Meditation Nation and watch those images and listen to that music. Put them earphones in and tune out. The world is crazy. But listen, this is your brother Makai, and this has been Shamanic Animal Medicine. Thank y'all for tuning in. I hope this has helped you tremendously. It's your brother. Peace.